Mom, this is my favorite song.
This your song?
Wait, pick a man the check. I'm on the
You funny, so.
Me?
So, y'all, let me tell you, right? So, Friday, good morning, y'all, first of all. So, Fizz, get off. Stop. See? You being bad. You ready to go back there? Yes, you are. Leave my stuff alone. Just chill out. Chill. So, y'all, let me tell y'all, right? So, Friday, what we do Friday?
Mom,
So,
what's your number?
my picture, we went and got those Friday, right? Yeah, that was Friday dinner. I call them blessing bowls, okay? Blessing bowls.
I called that a bowl too.
Them blessing bowls was good, so?
Yeah, I had macaroni blue. I had everything I want.
Them blessing bowls was lit, wasn't they?
Yeah, Daddy looked at it and then I looked at it.
So, listen, y'all.
Mom, since
First and foremost, anybody from Baltimore and y'all want a good meal for cheap, you don't feel like cooking, or you don't want fast food, this man, y'all can follow him on Relly's_catering on Instagram. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. This is actually he's twin cousin, and right now he's doing Thanksgiving. So if you want to buy, like, you don't feel like cooking, okay, y'all go check him out on Instagram. He's lit. He's a nigga in his kitchen. He's doing it all out of his kitchen, okay. And let me tell y'all something. His deal Friday was buy 3 get one free, but they was $10 bowls. Lit, okay. They was off the fucking chain. All right. The bowl I had was meatballs over yellow rice, macaroni and cheese, and broccoli. Everybody else, they didn't kind of want the meatballs, so they had jerk chicken over yellow rice. It was honey jerk chicken over yellow rice. I think one of them had got corn and broccoli. It was corn on the cob. So one had got corn on the cob and broccoli. One got macaroni with yams. Yo, he was in the kitchen and he was whipping, seasoning the chicken, finger licking. Listen, okay. So I had to give him a shout out in the first place because I ain't gonna care. I don't eat too many people food, and his shit was lit. Anywho, I go get their food or whatever. Sophia, stop touching stuff. Stop. Jesus. Now my bag back here. So, anywho, I go get his food or whatever, and as y'all seen on the other video, I asked my son, is he coming straight home after school? So, Friday, he told me he was going to go hang out with his uncle-in-law, I guess, because his father mother is gay, and she deals with a woman, and the woman child, uncle, whatever, don't fucking know. Anywho, he goes to hang with him, right, and he calls and check in. They curfew is 9 o'clock, right? And I told him it was fine to go, right? And over East Baltimore, it's not too much. It's not a lot of transit, okay? Anybody from Baltimore, y'all know it's easy to get from west to east, but it's hard to get east to west because there is no subways. The buses, they run at night. They run probably every 25, 35 minutes. And it's cold as shit outside. Mind you, we was over east just Friday, and that's how we got our food because his cousin lived over east. Anyway, it started hailing. Like Friday, it was hailing outside. Like this wasn't a fucking snow, brother. This was hell. Okay,
My
so
bad.
I think we left out like 7:30. No, we left out like 5:30. They get the food 5:36, about 6:15. Got over east about 6:45, and I'm like, okay, the curfew not till 9 o'clock. Now, me as a mother in Baltimore, right, of black, young little boys, okay. My oldest is not from here. My oldest is actually from Pennsylvania. He moved out there with his father, and then he came back, right? So he's not from here. He's from Pennsylvania. In my mind, he's from Pennsylvania. He was born here. He stayed here about 3-4 years, and then he left and went with his father when his father came home. Now, on Friday, they was out. They went to play basketball. Him and the uncle-in-law, they went to go play basketball. And then he said about they went to like Walmart or something. Y'all know young little kids, they just go places and shit. So, stop, Sophia. Please stop. So, they go do whatever they go do. And then I say about 7:30, 8 o'clock, he texts me. He say he calls me, and he say he on his way home.
Mom.
That was about 7:30. So about 9 o'clock, he ain't walked through that door. All right, I'm still on my calm shit. Right, 9:30 come around, he still ain't here. I text the uncle-in-law. Uncle-in-law not answering. Right. So I call the uncle-in-law and I'm calling, I'm texting, I'm texting. Nobody's answering. Me, I trust not that motherfucker out here. I don't give a fuck if you family or friend. I don't trust you. Not with my child. Not late at night. Right? So 10 o'clock come. My son still ain't come.
Mom.
So me and Nene, we jump in the car. Stop, Sophia! Girl. So 10:30 come, he still ain't here. I'm still calling, I'm still texting. He don't call me. So me and Nene, we jump in the car, we ride up to Rogers Stations because that's the subway that they get off and they walk to the house. So I'm in the car and I'm telling Nene that now my motherfucking nerves is shocked. My nerves are shocked real bad. I'm in my head. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where my child at. Like, I'm just really, really shocked. And again, my son is not from here, so he barely know his way around. Like, bro, he couldn't even listen. This boy, you could be like, you could live on Madison and he'll be on Monument Street and he won't know his way to the house. That's how bad it is, okay? That's how bad it is. So, me and Nene, we ride up to Rogers, and I'm in the car, and I'm like, Nene, well, we gonna drive the way that y'all take coming back. And she like, well, we walk through alleys, and I'm like, he ain't gonna walk through no alley, not no 10:30 at night. Like, he gonna walk the main strip. So we ride up Ricestown Road. It's like what? Stop calling me. You don't want nothing and you're not getting nothing. So I'd say about we ride up and there's a street on the side called Hayward, whatever. It's called. What the fuck is going on? You can't be fucking kidding me. Like, we stuck. But what are you doing? So we ride up we ride the Haywood and we make the left. The left turns into like the subway station. So I go to the subway station. I'm like, Nene, what cause she was saying like she ride the bus or they'll get on the bus type. What the fuck? He was just, that just really made me mad. What? So we I say, Nene, what bus y'all get on? Cause she said, cause sometimes they ride the bus back. They ride the bus to the house. So I'm like, Nene, what bus y'all get on? She said the 31. So I'm like, all right. I get out the car. Well, I go to the subway. I park the car. I get out the car. Go to the subway. Go to the subway. I go to the bus stop. It ain't no 31 out there. It's barely any people out there. Now I'm really shocked. So then you spin the bend. You go around, come up, go down, hit round the block and shit. I still don't see my child.
Mom.
So I'm like, yo, what? I'm in my mind. I'm like, yo, you start thinking in your brain cap and shit. Like, where the fuck is my child? People out here. You got deities out here. The people that was born just to cause chaos. People that was born just to, pray to the devil. You got those motherfuckers out here. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm like just praying. My son gonna come home. My son gonna come home. Fuck that. My son gonna come home. So when we get back to the house, we got back to the house like 11:30, 12 midnight, bro. Bro, guess where my fucking son was at, right? And this is what the fuck made me so mad. And I don't fuck with his former grandmother whatsoever. Like, I don't fuck with her. She's not my cup of tea. Like, I don't fuck with her. So let me tell y'all what happened. When we get back to the house, I'm not even mad. Like, at this point, I was already mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm already going through something. My brain is already fucking moving, right? And I'm not mad because guess what? I'm just blessed and highly favored that my son returned home, right? So I'm asking my son, like, where was you at? Why you didn't call and all that? And he was like, yo, why he tell me that he walked from East Point Mall over to his uncle-in-law's house? It took them an hour to get there. The phones died. I said, well, why didn't you call when you got there? And he was like, I couldn't. Why couldn't you? Chill. He said that his uncle-in-law mother was on the phone with the father. His uncle-in-law phone was dead, and the mother and the father was fussing. So then, cause I had texted the uncle, Sophia, stay still. I had texted the uncle-in-law, and I said, tell your mother. No, I texted him. I said, is Dominique still with you? And he was like, no, he on his way home. And I was like, well, when did he leave? He was like, about 10 minutes ago. So I was like, all right, who he leave with? And he was like, oh, my mother and his grandmother bringing him home. So I was like, well, call your mother and tell your mother to call me. Because I don't have the mother number. And he was like, can't. And I was like, why you can't tell your mother to tell your mother to call me? And he was like, because my father on the phone with her and they fussing. That right there pissed me off. Because for me, if you got somebody else's child with you, you're supposed to at least call the parent. Or you're at least supposed to, tell him call his parent. Boom. Mind you.
Mom. Go pee.
Alright, we on our way to Brandy House. So mind you, as I'm talking to my son, I'm just like, well, who brought you here? And he was like, Grandma Pebbles. And I was like, well, why didn't you use Grandma Pebbles' phone to call me? And he was like, I couldn't. And I was like, well, why couldn't you? Oh, because they was in the car fussing. And I was like, what you mean they was in the car fussing? And he was like, Grandma Pebbles and Nikki was in the car fussing. And I was like, in my mind, I ain't even gonna say in my mind. Out of my mouth, come on, Miss J, out of my mouth, I was like, see, this is why I don't fuck with your grandmother. Because she is more worried about the bitch instead of worried about you. Right? Now I'm gonna explain why I don't fuck with her. I don't fuck with her because she give off like my kids belong to her. Like, because her own son don't fuck with her, she want to attach herself to my fucking kids, right? At the same time, you don't tell a child that they owe you any fucking thing. My kids don't owe you shit. You are a grandmother. You be that. Exactly that. You don't fucking tell me, like, the way I raise my kids, I raise them to have their own mind. I let them have their own opinion. If they don't want to go somewhere, you ain't got to go. Nor will I force it.
Look.
So, she called. She asked for them to go somewhere. They gave this look. You know when your child don't want to go somewhere. You know. You know when your child don't want to go somewhere. So, my kids, they soft at heart. And they don't like to break people, hurt people's feelings, right? So, they didn't want to go. And because she was on the phone, they had said, okay, they'll go. And I was like, well, if y'all don't want to go, y'all don't have to go. I'm not going to force you to go with her. And then they was like, well, I don't want to go. Child, she was on the phone like, she said, well, if they don't want to go with me, I ain't never getting they motherfucking ass nothing again. They ain't got to ask me for nothing. They ain't got to talk to me. Child, I spazzed the fuck out. When I tell y'all I went the fuck off on her, I said, what? I said, first of all, I don't ask you to do shit for them anyway. Hear me? I don't ask you. You choose to do it. But at the same time, when you do shit for them, you want to repay back. And I ain't that type of person. You're not going to tell me you going to do for my kids and then you turn around and say, well, I just went and bought them a pair of shoes, so I'm going to need this back. Then what's the purpose of buying it? It was no purpose. Anywho, far as Friday, while I was talking to him, he was saying that now the grandmother, his grandmother girlfriend, don't like her own son. Like they in like cahoots type of way. So the son and the mother is actually, they beefing. And she don't like her son. She can't stand her son. Like she cannot stand him. Like she cannot stand him. And she had told my son, like, you can't hang with him no more. And I asked my son, like, well, why did she tell you that? And he was like, because something about, I don't fucking know. Something about because he bad or because he don't respect her. She don't want my son around him because he don't respect her. And I was like, well, that's a situation between them two, right? What you doing? No, you just said you had to pee. Sit on your butt.
Mom.
But leave it here there. They was in a car and nobody called me. Nobody told me that he was with them. And the fact that I'm mad what made me mad about it was the fact that he was with them for at least 2 fucking hours, yo. 2 hours. And nobody called me. And he couldn't call me off of their phone because for 2 hours, y'all fussing. You ain't not one time in the back of your mind turn around and say, Dominique, your mother know where you at. Dominique, have you spoke to your mother? Dominique, call your mother. Not one fucking time. Not one. And in my head, I'm just like, this is why I don't like this bitch. I swear. So, I said, so your grandmother brought you home. He said, he started talking about, because my son likes to talk, okay? He's a talkative ass child. So he gets to telling me that, another reason why he didn't get a chance to call was, can he call? And she was like, oh, your mother will be okay. Bitch, you don't tell my son that I'm going to be okay. You don't tell my child that I'm going to be okay with not knowing where he at. Then, on top of that, The reason that it pissed me off is because, bitch, you ain't got no problem calling me when tax time come around, asking me, can you file my kid on taxes? Like, bitch, you don't have no problem then. You know? So, bitch, you have a problem. We have a problem. Then the grandmother girlfriend the other day, she called my kids a pack of wolves. Bitch. I called her after she dropped him off. Joe, I called her on the phone and I cussed her straight the fuck out. She gonna tell me, well, he shouldn't have been out so late. I said, you know what? You right. He shouldn't have been out so late. But first of all, bitch, he was out late because of your ass. Because you ain't fucking bring him straight the fuck home. You want to have a conversation with him. You want to spend time with your grandson. But you want to spend time with your grandson, you tell your grandson to call his mother to let her know. So I had to let her know, like, bitch, you cannot file him on taxes, number one. Because, bitch, you don't. It's like this.
Mom.
No, they hot. You cannot have hot chips, Sophia. You know that. It's like, it's kind of like, you don't, is it, all right, and I just bit my tongue. It's kind of like you want my kid, you want them to call you, right? But you don't call them. When her birthday recently passed, and they talked to their father the other day, and he on the phone yelling and screaming at my kids like, why you didn't call your grandmother? What? Why you don't call your grandmother? Bitch, why should he? Why? First of all, it's like the girl that their grandmother is with, they don't like the girl. Just like the girl that their father is with, they don't like the girl. So it's like that side of the family be forcing people on them. And the people that they with, they are very disrespectful to them. So my kids feel like if their father, if they father and their grandmother can't put their foot down with their bitches, then they don't want to talk to them. They don't want to talk to them. Like my son told their grandmother, like, your wife called us a pack of wolves, and the grandmother didn't believe it. My son was like, well, see, he said, like, my son, I told him, if y'all got something y'all need to say, y'all need to go ahead and say it. Don't hold that shit in. Because, sit down. Sit. I tell him, like, don't hold it in, because when you hold it in, then that means somebody can step over top of you and a person can continue to do it. You don't want that person to continue to do it. And you breaking a bond with your grandmother because of her, it becomes a problem. So I told my kids, like, go ahead, tell her what the girlfriend did, so that she can understand why y'all don't want to be around her. So when he told her, like, your wife called us a pack of wolves, I don't know why your wife called us a pack of wolves. And the grandmother asked them, like, well, what transpired? And the only thing that transpired was her son, the girlfriend's son, asked his mother, can you drop us off at the basketball court? And the girlfriend was like, no, because I don't want you hanging with a pack of wolves. Who the fuck are you calling a pack of wolves? So the grandmother was like, their grandmother was like, oh, she was just playing. So my oldest, Dominique, was like, well, since you feel like she playing, man, you can't have a relationship, because every time we tell you about your wife, you believe what she say. So she calls me on the phone and she say, you put your son up to this. I ain't put my son up to nothing. Like what me and you got going on is what me and you got going on. I ain't really got nothing to do with y'all got going on. You're mad because I won't force them onto you. Like, I'm not gonna allow my kids to be disrespected. And I was raised, if you want respect, you give respect. Now I said my son could have very well came out his mouth and asked her who the fuck she talking to. Sure could have. But my son left it as that. And he texted you and let you know what the fuck was going on before he went off. He's 15 years old. So what the fuck do you expect? Turn around and sit down. You get what I'm saying? So what do you expect? Do you want him not to tell you, or you prefer him to just be around you and just continue to look at your wife a certain way or not talk to her? Because then it'll be like, all right, well, y'all around me, you bring her around and they don't speak. Oh, now you extra mad, right? Because let me tell y'all, technically, that's really what the problem is. The problem is that the reason she don't like my kids is because of their father. The father and the father and his stepmother fell out. And since they fell out, the stepmama don't fuck with my kids. It's fucked up, but neither here nor there. Bitch, you don't gotta call mine. Okay? Mine can be bad without ya. Okay? Without ya. So, anyway, and I told her, like, the reason he was out late is because of you. This motherfucker, now, let me tell y'all, the grandmother, she really, really soft, y'all. She soft as shit. She soft as cotton. Now, she might be a dyke, but the bitch, she soft as cotton. So, I was like, you right. I said, you right. He shouldn't have been out late at night, but you are the reason. She gonna break down and start fucking crying on my motherfucking phone. Okay? She gonna cry on my, like, literally. She cried on my phone. She always crying. When it comes to these, she always crying, yo. And she was like, I just wanted to spend time with my grandbabies. And I told her, like, yo, they not babies no more. These are not fucking babies. These are 15. He's 14, but he be 15 in December. I said these is 15, 13, and 12. These are not fucking babies. These are fucking teenagers. And you want to spend time with them, you need to spend time right. You just don't pick them up and not fucking relay the message. That's not what you do. You get what? That's not what you do. You don't do that shit. Because that could have very well been a kidnapping charge. It could have very well been a kidnapping charge. I could have went in and said she kidnapped my fucking son. Turn around. Sit down. You're doing too much. Right? So, it could have been a kidnapping charge. But I try my best not to be an asshole. Right? I swear to God, I try my best not to be an asshole. But I can be one. I absolutely can. So, when she started crying, I just was like, that's not what you do, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be nice here. So I'm like, when you got them, or whenever you pick them up, I don't care where you pick them up from, right? When you pick him up, you come back and you tell, you at least, oh my God, it's black ice on the ground, y'all. You at least tell somebody, like, oh, you know, I got your son, I'm gonna drop him off later. That's the least you can give me. But it was the fact that she wanted to spend time and she feel like she got some say so. Bitch, you don't have no say so. Not with mine. Be sure to get your life. Yes, girl, yes. We had Brandy's.
Mom, look at her trees cut.
I know they cut the tree down, sis.
Mom. Mom. Ouch.
What's wrong, girl? So,
I want this glue on.
Sophia, don't start it, please. All right, come on. You need to put your shoes on first.
Mom, you got your shoes already?
Yeah, I've been had my shoes on. My shoes don't come off my feet.
Ow. My neck is itchy.
Because of your hair?
Yeah. Mom, my shoes on my coat.
Yeah, come on. Let me lift your hair up. All right, come on.
This one. Yeah, hot on here. Mom. Oh, yeah, all the hot on my neck.
All right, y'all. So that was my morning drive and my morning story time. I still got some coffee left.
Oh.
Come on, put your shoes on. My learning session.
Mom.
Yes, come on. Come on. I'm ready to go. Come on.
Mom.
Y'all like, subscribe, and share to the channel. We up out of here. Put your shoes on so we can go.